banking has always been constant. But I think the last few years, what has been very interesting to me has been the change that's happening in the other industries coming into banking. We are seeing very different competitors coming into banking these days, not just technology vendors and providers, but tech fins. Technology companies who are trying to do finance, encroaching into our space and sometimes doing a much better job than we do. So I think that is a very interesting and material change that we see in our industry today. I think the banks, as far as the banks that I can see in Singapore, we are trying very hard. I think with the advent of new type of competitors in this market, I think banks have come to realize that we have to start behaving differently and treating our customers differently, because these technology companies who have been so awesome in their respective spaces are now starting to do finance. And our customers and our consumers can't help but start comparing us versus them. So I think as far as the banks in Singapore are concerned, the banks have definitely stood up and took attention. Various initiatives has been launched, right? Innovation labs have been formed, even ourselves. We have invested significantly in trying to create a Fintech ecosystem where we can bring in interesting, emerging and innovative technologies into the bank. We have also invested a lot into artificial intelligence, forming the first AI lab for financial institution in Singapore. So I think he has really brought serious attention to the boardroom, and serious investments has been made to help the bank really not just catch up, but also hopefully go beyond the curve in meeting our customers' expectations. I think for us, the most important thing is about us transforming the way we work, right? Thinking beyond just product lines, but orchestrating journeys of our customers, right? No longer do we think in silos of products. No longer do we think in silos of just segments, but really think the end-to-end journey of what the customer hopes to achieve. Just to give you an example, we were one of the first banks in Singapore to launch a home purchase or home purchasing platform in Singapore, and there's an attempt of us going beyond mortgages by extending into the home purchase experience, where we help our customers find out what are their affordability, what could be suitable listings of properties that might suit within their budget, and then finally talk about mortgages. But really transforming the conversation beyond just mortgages into how can I help you find your dream home. So I think that is a very good example of how we as a bank are trying to go beyond our traditional product lines and try to meet our customers by meeting their goals and rethinking the whole journey about banking and translating that narrative into our customers' goals. To be honest, I think it is up for the regulators to answer that question, because if you think about it, many of these challenger banks, they have been enabled by innovative licensing regimes by the regulators. The e-money license, wallets, PSD2 in Europe, right, and in Singapore, or rather in the whole Asia in general, whole wallets-based financing is very popular. And I think the evolution of the regulators' thought process around this into how could they introduce more innovation into the industry. Could I be more liberal or maybe take a more risk-based approach? Could I potentially unbundle certain regulations to allow innovative companies to at least participate in a certain sliver of the banking sector, allowing non-banks to have access to the payment infrastructure of the nation? I think these are all very critical conversations and very important conversations to help drive the industry forward. Now, we as banks obviously can't rest on our own laurels, because ultimately it's all about the customer. All of this drives customer choice, and whoever drives the greatest customer value should win, right? We are observed. So that's why I think it's very much to the regulators. And we have seen some exciting developers in this part of the world. Hong Kong has recently just issued 3 virtual banking licenses to 3 consortiums in Hong Kong, and we expect a few more to come. and we hear about stories or rumors about some other of the other regulators in our region also thinking about the same. So I think it's very exciting, not just for our customers, for fintechs, but also for us as well, especially for me coming from an innovation function, how we could potentially excite the bank to get them to start thinking differently, to get them to be a little bit more bold and serve our customer with a lot more passion and with a lot more seamless experience. I think I would personally look at the regulations. Right, Singapore, we are very fortunate that Singapore is a very forward-looking, has a very forward-looking regulator, and I think I would expect to see a lot more exciting things coming in that space, and that will enable a lot of truly transformational fintech experiences for our consumers. At the same time, I also do see that opportunity being made available to not simply just the challengers, but also to the incumbents like ourselves as well. I am definitely looking forward to the day where banks, we can do beyond banking, going beyond our core banking products to serve our customers, be it upstream or downstream of any of their customer journeys and meeting their goals there, going beyond just payments and loans. So personally, I'm very excited. I would very much look at that space.